What up, peeps? Okay, I just got through turning in my passport information, and I had to make this video because it made me go back and revisit something that we've been taught also about the four corner rule. You know how we always told to put the the brackets, put the zip code and in brackets, and put all zeros in there. And we've been told that the four corner rule is it means that it's like it's not on the page. It means it's not a part of the contract. Who said that? Who made that up? Where do we get that from? Nobody ever showed any sources as to where we got. We just regurgitated what we've been hearing from the beginning when we first started studying this stuff. And so what got my attention was the fact that this lady this clerk that I was actually turning my stuff into, she wanted me to put a zip code on my application because I had all zeros on there with the brackets. And I explained to her that I did that on purpose because it's a status change application that I'm doing. And she didn't question she didn't question what I said. She just kind of like, whatever. And she didn't say that, but she just kind of proceeded. And we moved forward, but it kind of invoked this thought about the four corner rule. And I was like, if you put it in brackets, then it don't matter if you put the zip code on there or not. Then you could put the zip code in there if you're gonna put it in brackets. If the four corner rule, the brackets mean that. So I thought I'd look up. Think about it now. If you put, it don't matter if you put all zeros or the actual zip code. If you put it in brackets, it means it's not on the page. Think about it. So I thought I'd look up, revisit the four corner rule. See, I'm questioning the things that were taught to me throughout the years I've been studying this stuff. And I'm asking myself, did you look that up for yourself, or did you just kind of, embrace it because somebody said it on the internet, and they've been people kind of like, that's like the general understanding of people who are actually studying this stuff. So I go back and I look at it. So I'm going to read some stuff, from the legal sources or whatever, and revisit it and read what it says when you look it up. All right, buddy, clean with your little cowboy hat on. I'm going to get me a goddamn cowboy hat. Okay, here we go. The four corner rule. Okay, now you don't want to read it out loud. Now you ass. Doing that before I hit record. Now you don't want to do it. Okay. I'm reading from, I guess I'll read this Wikipedia part. We don't really use Wikipedia, but I'm going to read it anyway. But I'm going to go to Cornell Law as well. Okay. And I'll probably even pause the video and go to, Black's Law Dictionary or something like that. The four corner rule is a legal doctrine that courts use to determine the meaning of a written instrument, such as a contract, will, or deed, as presented solely by its textual content. Sorry about that. The doctrine states that where there is an ambiguity of terms, the court must rely on the written instrument solely and cannot consider extraneous evidence. Let me back out of that. Okay, that's one. What it means by four corners. That's what it says for Wikipedia. This is another website right here. It's called upcounsel.com. I've never seen this website before, but I'm going to read it anyway. Four corners rule, contract law. Then it says everything you need to know. It says if you type that in your Google search, you'll find this website. The four corners rule stipulates that if two parties enter into a written agreement, they cannot use oral or implied agreements to contradict the terms. Okay, see, it don't sound like nothing that we talked about, nothing that we've been taught. I'm gonna keep reading. The four corners rule, contract law, also known as the Patrol Evidence Rule, stipulates that if two parties enter into a written agreement, they cannot use oral or implied agreements in court to contradict the terms of the written agreement. The term four corners refers to the four corners of the document. It says basically it implies that the only legal parts of the contract. It implies that the only legal parts of the contract are within the four corners of the page or online document. If there is evidence that exists outside these four corners, they cannot be used in court if they directly contradict the terms of the written contract. Okay, you say types of evidence not valid in court. Types of evidence not valid in court due to the four corners rule include conversations. These are bullet points. Conversations about the signing of the contract, written evidence that is not a part of the original written contract, comments from the defendant or plaintiff who are in breach of contract case. Okay, the four corners of a contract. Now, this is a whole new paragraph. I'm going to read a part of it. Let's see. Sometimes when outside evidence can be used, I'm going to read a part of it. Here we go. Because of the four corners rule, it is vital to include all promise and expectations you have of the other party in the original written contract. If you fail to do so and rely on spoken promises or guarantees made outside of the contract, enforcing them may prove problematic. Any judge looking at your case will look only at the four corners, not whatever verbal agreements you made. To protect yourself from this type of situation, it is a great idea to speak with a contract dispute attorney. No, I mean, if you need to do so. I'm just reading what this thing says. Okay, I don't like attorneys, but they're necessary in some cases. Anyway, I would just look it up in the law. Just look it up. You ain't got to damn rely on somebody else. Anyway, they can look at the contract and make sure it is fair to both parties before you sign it. Never. Anyway, that's giving evidence. They gave the meaning of it. I don't want to read no advice. Okay, here we go. Let's go to Cornell Law. Now, when I put four corners rule inside the Google search, what they have is something called four corners of an instrument. That's what it's called, four corners of an instrument. And it says it's the principle that a document's meaning should be derived from the document itself, i.e., from its language and all matters encompassed in it. According to the principle, information which does not appear in the document, extrinsic evidence, such as circumstances surrounding the document or the history of the parties signing it, must not be analyzed or relied upon to ascertain the document's meaning. So basically, everything in that document, that's the only thing that's going to be used as evidence is what's written in that contract. Anything outside that contract is not going to be used to contradict this, to make this contract invalid. That's all the four corners rule is talking about. It had nothing to do with no damn brackets. I don't see anything in here where it's talking about no damn brackets at all. So whoever made that shit up, we need to go back and go see them motherfuckers. I don't see shit on here that say nothing about no damn brackets. I'm going to pause this and see if I can find something else because I don't want to use up my tape. Hold on a second. Now, I found some PDF that somebody uploaded online. I don't know who actually wrote it, but they tried to use case law to validate the brackets, the use of the brackets. But I don't see where the case laws actually match up. We're going to read them anyway. I'm going to read them. It say the legal theory for this comes from the four corner rule in law. Let's see. I'm going to read it in the beginning. It says the use of brackets on certain information on a form combines a grammar device with legal theory to legally isolate whatever is in the brackets from, thus render it legally inapplicable on an insubstantial to the body of the text without within the surrounding contract. Now that's just what they said. This is something somebody typed up. Okay, so this is not any law dictionary or nothing. Somebody typed this shit up. I don't know who the fuck typed it up, but they don't even have no credits at the bottom of who actually typed it up. But what they actually said on here, they say the legal theory for this comes from the four corner rule in law. And I just read to y'all what the four corner rule actually really means. Now, what they did was twisted the case law to mean what they wanted it to mean. They said under the four corners rule, it says intention of parties is especially that of grantor, it is to be gathered from instrument as a whole and not from isolated parts thereof. That's a case law, but that confirms exactly what I just read. That's exactly what the meaning actually means. Everything that's in that document, not something that you just isolate and put the brackets in there. And then what they did was followed it up by putting their own little quote after it, and that wasn't a part of the case law. And it says combined with the definition and description of square brackets found in the Plymouth University Foundation degree guidelines on essay writing. I don't know what the hell they're talking about with that. But it say number one, it say the term brackets is commonly used to describe both square brackets, these and round brackets, these those technical name parentheses. The fuck they talking about? Totally, they just did. I'm not gonna even read this whole bullshit. Not using up my tape on this here, but it don't match up. It don't match up with the actual legal law meaning of what the brackets. It has nothing to do with the four corner rule. It's totally irrelevant. So when we put things in brackets and use it, now I'm learning that when we're putting things in brackets, it has nothing to do with, it's just not. It's just like it's not a part of the contract. It's not on the page. Whoever made that shit need to sit their ass down and shut the fuck up, because they misleading people with that bullshit. Okay, but I thought I'd make a video about this because obviously that's not what it means. Y'all need to start looking shit up. Challenge yourself to look stuff up. Stop regurgitating shit people teaching on the internet. Because for years I flowed with that too. I did it on my application too. All zeros with brackets. I did that. Okay. I even did it because it was also written inside that book, the 0%. Tells you exactly how to fill out the DS-11. But I filled it out the way it's told me to fill it out. But I filled it out like that last time when I got my passport. So, but bottom line is, you don't need no damn brackets. The brackets does not represent the four corner rule. It just doesn't. Look the shit up for yourself so you can be educated and be when you're walking with this shit, man, you got right knowledge. Not just knowledge, but right knowledge. You don't want to just have some bullshit in your head and you just regurgitating shit people teaching. Look the shit up, y'all, so you can have some clear understanding on what you're doing, all right? Emeralds, don't forget to like and share, all right? Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And we'll look forward to y'all talking to y'all in the next video, y'all. Emeralds signing out.